Hello everyone. Let's wait till we have at least one or two people in our life. We've never really come live on here. Hi Tushit. How are you doing, Tushit? I suppose this is the first time that we're going to engage with our Tube fam here on Insta. I hope you're all doing well. Hi Zainab. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you people are having a great Sunday. So, yes, we have Arijit here, and Arijit and I are going to talk about Manto, the man, the enigma. Hey, I'm good. How are you doing? Thank you, Zainab. And Tushit, I'm doing well, Alhamdulillah. All right, Arijit, I'm waiting for the request, and we are going to talk about Manto. I love Manto. I hope, and I'm sure Arijit loves Manto. I not hope. I'm pretty sure. Um, Quite a lot of people in the subcontinental fabric adore Manto because of how Arijit Singh, well, this time it's Arijit Roy, and he is. Um, except, why is it not?
And
Yeah.
he is here.
So, and he is here, Arijit Roy. It's Arijit Roy today, and
Yes,
Arijit
Sangeeta.
someday. We can only hope someday I'd want Arijit Singh also. You, me, Arijit Singh, and we can talk about music and songwriting. All right. How
Uh,
are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I-
How are you?
I'm fine, pretty fine, and pretty happy because it's Manto that we're talking about
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
So,
Firstly, thank you so much for conceptualizing this live session, for arranging it, and inviting me. Thank you so much. Greetings to all
most
the
most
listeners
welcome.
and to your lovely
And
nation, everyone.
thank you so much, and to your lovely nation as well. I'm so glad that we have this platform where India and Pakistan, and the whole idea, we can come together, and it's a conglomerate of fraternity. Because just imagine if partition hadn't happened, it would have been hello. Oh my God. I hate, absolutely hate when we have network issues in the middle of a conversation that is extremely intriguing. Um, let's, if Arijit is still here. mm, Hello, everyone. Those of you who are joining now, I would
Yeah,
want
yeah.
all of you to know.
Arijit is still
Yeah,
there. Arijit is there.
Yes, I'm so glad that you're still here. So I was saying that
I don't know what happened. This the call got disconnected somehow. I don't
I,
know. Maybe
I
Wi-Fi issues. I don't know.
even I don't know. I hate when network issues happen, especially in the very middle of
Yeah,
something that's very intriguing. And yes, so
yeah.
I was saying, okay, imagine if partition hadn't happened. I mean, like we have Shoaib Akhtar and you people have Kohli. Just that particular element. So
Yes.
different generations, but I hope you get the point, right? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so
But I'm a
so
big fan of Shoaib Akhtar, by the way. I'm not much into cricket. I'm more into football. But
okay.
when Shoaib Akhtar, it's something. It's a very special moment. Like jab wo wicket leta hai and he's running with his arms. Oh my God! It's as if he's
And
feeling the
the
magic.
run, and also Kapil Dev. I'm a huge
Absolutely.
fan of Kapil Dev. I haven't
Okay.
seen him play, but just like generally the persona. Oh my
You should
God,
watch
what a
that
man!
movie. This movie, which was made on the 1983 World Cup winning team,
Yes,
and
which
you should watch that.
actor?
Absolutely.
I will. I
Amazing.
will. All right. So, those of you who do not know, Arijit is one of the winners of our very first themed short story contest. And what was the theme? It was the magic in the mundane.
Yeah.
And Arijit wrote a very beautiful romantic story, and it was not like that conventional romanticism. It was like it was absolutely beautiful. So let's start talking about Manto, Arijit, and then we can get to know you as well, because you're one of our winners, so you're very special to us.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you.
all right
Yeah.
then. So Arijit, I would want you to take a start. Manto, how did you start reading him? What impact did he have on you?
So, firstly, what do you say? My introduction, my tryst with Manto happened, I think, when I got promoted to class 12 from class 11. So, I
Right,
had
right,
joined
right.
new school after class 10th, and in the class 11 exams, I just rocked it. So, I
Oh
was,
wow.
no, finally, I got humanities. I left behind maths. That's the
Hmm.
point when magic started happening.
And that is such a victory, because coming from an Indian and Pakistani
Yeah.
commune, that is
Yeah.
such a victory. Ah, lovely.
So,
Okay, so
so I scored the highest in my school in sociology. So, as part of the, with this prize ceremony, valedictory ceremony, I was given this book by my school. So, I'm going to show it to you, everyone, all the readers. So, it
oh,
has,
I love it. Yes, yes,
this
yes. And it
mentioned
has a
everywhere.
note.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
lovely.
this is the highest in sociology. So,
And I
but
had the same exact book back when I was in ninth. I love it.
see, I
Okay,
mean, we are same. We are, this side of the border, this side of the border. We are almost, the hearts are same.
exactly.
Human hearts are same everywhere.
Yep.
So, um, I was given this book, but the funny part is that then class 12 happened, and in here in India, I'm not sure how it's in Pakistan, but lot of pressure, board exams, you have to do well. So and
I get it.
I could never read it as well. But
Mm-hmm.
when I started my graduation in literature, so in one of our papers, towards the end, I think the last semester, we had Manto, Saadat Hassan Manto. Fortunately,
Lovely.
thank God, we had him as part of our syllabus. And we had
You
Toba.
had him as a part of your
Yeah,
syllabus, and this was when
yeah.
you were in 12th.
No, no. This was in the end of graduation
Oh,
then. In
all right. So like
Yeah,
seventh semester, eighth semester, that
yeah,
kind of thing, right? You had semesters or
yeah,
like,
yeah, semesters. So it's a
okay,
3-year
okay.
thing. So the sixth is the final one.
All
Okay.
all right. Okay,
So
okay, okay. I
it is
get
four
it.
years
I get it.
in Pakistan.
Because here, when we're
Hmm?
pursuing like English literature or linguistics, we have a 4-year program. So
Okay.
it's 2 semesters each year. So like seventh and eighth is the last year.
Okay. Okay. So
Right, right.
we had this, and that was the time I was like, okay, मेरे पास एक book थी, I had got one, so I went back to this book and I read
Right.
Toba, and then we had another lovely poem titled Toba by Gulzar Saab, and
Gulzar Saab, as in the one who writes in movies
yeah,
as
yeah,
well, who writes songs in the movie.
absolutely,
Right, right.
absolutely.
Okay, okay,
So
okay,
we
okay.
had, that poem also. I read Toba, and I was like, my God,
Toba Tek
I was totally
Singh. Oh
fascinated.
my God,
Totally,
it made me cry.
totally fascinated. So then,
Very.
I started connecting. So that was like part of my syllabus. I read it. I was fascinated, and everything was fine. But I started connecting with Manto Saab, and especially with, in my own little world, in my own little way, with the trauma of partition, because I was like, I was very attached to my college in Delhi. It's
Mhm.
part of Delhi University. So I had,
Right.
even
And what is the name of the college?
it's a Venkateshwara College. It's
Oh
one of the best.
wow.
It's the best.
And yes, and like when I
Yeah.
hear the name Venkatesh
Sri
or Venkateshwaram,
Venkateshwara.
it's
That's
like
the official name. Sri
South
Venkateshwara.
related.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Right,
I mean,
right, right.
so Venkateshwara ji is,
Beautiful.
yeah, Balaji. So it's the trust which has opened the college in Delhi as well. In Delhi
Okay.
University, it's one of the best in Delhi University. It's the best, the best, the best. Okay. So
Beautiful, beautiful. And what program were you pursuing at that time?
graduation in English literature.
Right, right. Wonderful. So, like, we belong to the same academic domain, thankfully.
Yeah.
So, like, we can
Okay.
talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
so then I had even opened a poetry society in my college, which was titled
Right.
Petrichor. So I was very attached to, the college and the people in my college. I loved them. College was like a second home. I
Can
never
I
wanted to go away.
intervene? Just one
Yeah, yeah,
intervention. The
yeah,
name of the poetry society was Petrichor.
yeah, Petrichor. That's
As
right.
and the smell of the ground, the soil after
Absolutely.
it rains. Oh, I
Absolutely.
love that. I love
Absolutely.
that word.
So it's just,
Amazing. Who
you
came up
know,
with the word?
I came up with the word. So when I
Wonderful.
joined in first year, so there was no creative writing or poetry society in my college, and I was like,
Okay.
कि सब है. There's dance society, music society, debating
Mm-hmm.
society, so many other, this economics society. Why not creative writing? Why not poetry? So I
Right.
came up with them. I had a wonderful team. It's a team effort. I didn't do it alone. Wonderful team, lovely team, committed team. We all did it together. And in third year,
Right.
we got the official permission and it started. So Metro mein, I was in the Delhi Metro. I was coming back home one day, and that's when it was raining, and I had this idea. So I was like, okay, let's name it Petrigor. That's the story behind it. But cutting
Beautiful. See those little magic and mundane kind of thing.
magical
Exactly.
Monday,
Little
absolutely,
little moments, they
absolutely,
matter so much.
absolutely.
So, okay. And
So
you inculcated Manto in that society.
no. So I discovered so after I passed out, I graduated. I never wanted to leave college. I cried a lot in the night of the last exam, and I didn't want to go. But
Same.
सबका एक time आता है, आपको जाना ही पड़ता है, which is healthy by
Yep.
the way. Now I look back. So
Correct.
I had this kind of a then what do you say? With some friends, some the society members. I had this scuffle, and then the relationship got broken. एक जो आपका एक वो रिश्ता है
Like what kind of scuffle? Like the professional scuffle, academic scuffle? Can you just general scuffle?
just general scuffle. I think
Okay,
that,
okay, okay, okay.
see, if there is not a scuffle, you will never leave. So
Absolutely.
the universe organizes. हमको लगता है कि हम लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, उसकी गलती है, हमारी गलती है, but it's the
Hmm.
universe that does that. To
हाँ,
because
सही बात.
yeah, otherwise you will never move. So and for the
Very
next
true.
6 months after that, then I did my masters in English, and I had
Mm-hmm.
the next 6 months or very next entire year, आप कह सकते हैं, it was very tough for me to adjust and to leave behind the people, the friends. I cried a lot because of the
Mm-hmm.
friendships and that got broken, and certain
Right.
people wouldn't mend them, and it just didn't work out. I was very so that was the time I started reading this book, and I read more and more and more of Manto Sahab and the partition, the pain of partition. आपका जो घर है, आपके अपने लोग हैं, बट अगर आप अपने घर अपने लोगों को भी छोड़ देते हैं, इवन स्मॉल स्मॉल थिंग्स, द staircase to your classroom, to your home, this, I mean, as a poet, as a creative writer, आप relate करेंगे मेरे से. You are yourself into the same domain, as you said. We
Yep.
connect ourselves with so many things. Home is not just a four
Exactly.
walls with us.
Yes, वो एक पूरा conglomerate होता है.
Yeah,
Animate, inanimate
absolutely.
objects का पूरा एक.
जी,
So
जी,
it's very difficult for
जी.
writers to leave
So,
things and leave people.
we get very attached, and our attachment is also of a very different kind. People say that,
Absolutely.
some people can move on like this, but I don't think we all can.
राइटर्स
Right?
कैन नॉट, क्योंकि वो एक
That is
सेंसिटिविटी का
cannot.
एलिमेंट हमें बहुत, आम लोगों को अगर
Yeah.
मूव करने में 1 महीना लगेगा तो हमें साल लगेगा.
हमें
लाइक जस्ट
हमें साल लगेंगे. I don't think हम फिर भी कर पाएंगे, but maybe दर्द
हाँ.
खत्म हो जाएगा. So,
हाँ, but we will still keep on writing about it, right? वो चीज जाएगी नहीं. So yep.
जी. So sensitivity is, I think, very important since you mentioned the word, and आपने एकदम absolutely correct word mention किया है. Sensitivity आजकल is, when we say he's a sensitive man, she's a sensitive woman, it is seen as a weakness. कि अरे इनको बुरा लग जाता है. But in creative profession, in creative writing, especially, sensitivity is your biggest friend. It's your biggest. अगर आप में sensitivity नहीं है, आप कैसे लिखेंगे?
एब्सोल्युटली, बिल्कुल ही सही बात बोली है कि सेंसिटिविटी नहीं है तो कैसे लिखेंगे.
So
उसे
then,
उर्दू में इसके लिए आई डोंट नो हिंदी में इसके लिए क्या वर्ड है, बट उर्दू में आई सपोज हसासियत. सो लाइक व्हेन यू आर
हसासियत.
हसास, हाँ, when you're hassas,
Okay.
only then like you can empathize and sympathize with people and you can write properly. So I suppose
जैसे
मंटो जी
हाँ
की
जी.
बात की जाए तो वो तो एक्सट्रीम
He's
कुछ और ही.
extremely sensitive. पार्टीशन का जो पेन है, वो मतलब इमेजिन, एक छोटी सी बात है, छोटी सी लड़ाई है, वो हमें इतना अफेक्ट कर देती है कि कुछ दोस्तों से कुछ एक जगह से रिश्ता टूट गया. बॉम्बे से he came to Pakistan and he was very happy in Bombay, as it was known.
Very, very, absolutely.
He was so happy. He was he was doing great. He was writing films
He
also. He was
was writing
appreciated, he was
films.
loved, and he loved the city. So
Absolutely. And the city, like exactly, it had such an impact on him. कि like
back on
Bombay
him.
तो
Yeah.
Manto का सब.
And he was like, he was one of those contemporaries जिनका लिखा हुआ पढ़ा जा रहा था, जिनका लिखा हुआ,
हाँ, और बहुत
you know,
अप्रिशिएट किया जा रहा था. लाइक ये जो केसेस एंड ऑब्ससेनिटी इश्यूज जो
yeah,
बाद में आए, बिकॉज बॉम्बे में आई सपोज इट वाज नथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. ही वाज वेरी लाइक सेलिब्रेटेड.
celebrated. So that was the time I started reading Manto Sahab, and I was like, okay, and I started connecting कि okay, जो दर्द हमने सहा है वो, जैसा एक मैंने कोट पढ़ा था कि the same pain, generation after generation लोग सहे जा रहे हैं, लोग लिख रहे हैं उसी को लेके. It's the same thing, and
एब्सोल्युटली.
it can never get cliched. Then I read, इसमें कई सारे short stories हैं इस book में. My favorite one, my absolute
हाँ, मैं
favorite one is
यही
The Log
पूछने
of
वाली थी कि
Peshawar.
लाइक व्हिच वन. हाँ, ये
And at the same time also, so it was 2018, okay, and मंतो साहब की एक उनके लाइफ के ऊपर एक फिल्म रिलीज हुई थी इंडिया में, which had Nawazuddin.
नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी.
Yes,
वंडरफुल.
and I was so much, because उस टाइम मैं मंतो साहब के काफी लिखे हुए शॉर्ट स्टोरीज पढ़ रहा था. I was like कि okay, ये फिल्म तो जब ट्रेलर आया, I was mind blown. I was like, I have to watch this. So मैंने अपने घर वालों को भी बहुत परेशान किया कि आप भी
व्हाई?
चले, और फिर we have to watch this in the theater. And when I did, I was very sad also, because he is such a genius. Manto Saab is such a genius, and
एब्सोल्युटली.
the way his life ended, वो अपना सेंस खो बैठे. It is so painful कि उन्होंने कितना दर्द सहा है.
वेरी.
It is so painful. I was like कि मैंने उसके बाद वो मूवी दोबारा नहीं देख पाया, कभी हिम्मत नहीं हुई. I didn't want to go through that, that pain again. But absolutely delightful
Right.
film.
And also he had to go through all those agonies only because he chose to write what was happening. Like अपने आप से कुछ लिखा भी नहीं उन्होंने. जो हो रहा था वो
जो हो
लिखा.
रहा था.
ठीक है, अपने आप से भी लिखा obviously, लेकिन it was based in and on reality.
नहीं, मेरे एक बड़े भाई जैसे हैं, डॉक्टर सर्वचेतन कटोच.
Okay.
ही इज ऑल्सो एन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर प्रोफेसर. सो उनके साथ
Right.
एक बार मेरा डिस्कशन हो रहा था ऑन मंतो साहब, एंड ही सेड दैट जैसे क्रिकेट मैच में क्रिकेट खेला जा रहा है, लाइव कमेंट्री हो रही है, वैसे ही पार्टीशन रिलेटेड वायलेंस का सादत हसन मंतो वाज सच अ जीनियस. इट वाज लाइक ही वाज डूइंग अ लाइव कमेंट्री. जो
हाँ
वायलेंस हो रहा है,
जी.
किलिंग हो रही है, he was writing about whatever he was seeing, and in a certain way
Absolutely.
he was, जैसे आईना दिखाना होता है, he was showing a mirror to the society.
Absolutely.
This is what we have reduced ourselves. We are much more better than this, and we should put in a direct end to this, because violence is violence.
एग्जैक्टली.
Humanity against
एंड
violence is
ऑल्सो
violence.
उनकी शॉर्ट स्टोरी पढ़ने में लाइक उसका स्टार्ट भी लाइक बंदा ये कह सकता है कि स्टार्ट भी अक्सर नहीं होता था, एंड भी नहीं होता था, विच इज इवन मोर पेनफुल. क्योंकि लाइक वो द पेन ऑफ पार्टीशन, लाइक इट डिड नॉट हैव अ स्टार्ट, इट डिड नॉट हैव एन एंड, इट विल नेवर हैव एन एंड, ऑनेस्टली. सो
नहीं, I hope it
इट्स
does. I
जस्ट
hope it does. कभी तो I hope the pain heals. I hope, I genuinely do, and
we all do, but
yeah,
then again I don't think so. Okay, like कुछ बंटवारे ऐसे भी होते हैं कि जिनका कितना भी you try to find solution, but
definitely.
like once the बंटवारा has happened, तो वो दरार fill नहीं होती है. So things and it's just so
But
difficult
hope
to talk
time
about.
heals everything. I don't know.
So yes, the
आपका
dog
कौन सा
of
फेवरेट है? Of all
मेरा.
what you have read, जी.
Okay. अच्छा, मेरे लिए आई फर्स्ट रेड मंटो साहब एंड बिकॉज आई मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन उनके साथ उर्दू में ही हुआ था, बिकॉज
How
ही रोट इन उर्दू,
nice,
सो लाइक
how nice,
हाँ,
how
ये तो
nice.
द वेरी रियल स्क्रिप्ट. यस, तो आई स्टार्टेड
Absolutely.
रीडिंग हिम इन
Yeah.
9th and I read him in secret because my mother knew about him. My mother knew the kind
Okay.
of stories that he had written. So मैं चुपके चुपके पढ़ती थी. And पहली, the very first story that I read मंटो साहब की was ठंडा गोश्त. And cold flesh, the one in which the father is looking for his daughter and he tells a bunch of people कि ऐसी, and then they tell him कि ठीक है हमारी बहन की तरह है. And oh my god, वो पहली कहानी थी जो मैंने उनकी पढ़ी थी. उसके बाद मैंने बाकी, आई लव ईच एंड एवरी स्टोरी रिटन बाय मंटो, लेकिन ये ठंडा गोश्त फॉर मी इट्स समथिंग एल्स. लाइक मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही थी, लाइक देयर इज दैट एलिमेंट ऑफ नेक्रोफिलिया आल्सो इन
Yes,
इट,
yes,
लाइक व्हेन दैट सिक
absolutely,
पर्सन.
absolutely.
मुझे आई वांटेड टू cry, but I couldn't even cry. वो कहानी end हुई और तब से 9th से लेकर आज तक मैंने वो कहानी I've read it countless times. और मुझे if somebody tells me to write something on it or write my feelings कि मैं कितना feel कर रही, मेरे पास लिखने के लिए बोलने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं होगा honestly. That impact कि like कोई इतने अच्छे तरीके से उन्होंने नेक्रोफिलिया का एलिमेंट उसमें ऐड किया. And like the girl, also her description, like I actually I could see the girl and I could see her father right in front of me. तो मुझे तो that one is my most favorite. But
It is
जितना मैं
so painful कि आप मतलब आपको रात को नींद नहीं आएगी. It is so painful. आप एकदम जो है क्या बोलते हैं, आप आपका दिल दहक जाएगा. It is
absolutely, and the way it ends, oh my god.
Absolutely. मैं आपको कहा ना, वो मंतो साहब की जो मूवी है, I've seen it once and दोबारा देखने का मेरा कभी मेरे को I just want it so much कि दोबारा आपको देखने का आपको लगेगा कि नहीं कोई कॉमेडी मूवी देखो, कुछ देखो.
हाँ, like
But
दिल भी करेगा, but
दिल
like
भी
even if you
करेगा,
want
दिल भी
to,
करेगा,
but you can't. अभी ये स्टोरी जो है ठंडा गोश्त
जी.
पढ़ने मैंने बार बार भी पढ़ी, बार बार अभी भी मेरा कभी दिल करता है, but then at times I'm like नहीं, it's I guess it's too much. Because also उर्दू में there is this word शख्सियत निगारी, खाका निगारी. So like मंटो साहब जिस तरीके इसका like characterization to form characters and then present them to the reader. The way he did that, what a genius. There is there is Ismat Chughtai as well. You must have heard about her as well. तो वो भी करती थी, and I absolutely, मैं उनकी भी बहुत बड़ी fan हूँ. But then again, Manto is Manto. So, what is your second most favorite one? एक तो झुनझुन वाली कहानी हो गई. Also झुनझुन बेचारा. I feel so sad.
It was like कि एक वो जो I think जो गौर करने वाली बात है उस स्टोरी में, डॉग ऑफ टिथवाल में, it is that वो नो मैंस लैंड में वो डॉग फंस गया है, राइट? एंड इट्स लाइक दोनों तरफ से फायरिंग हो रही है एंड वो डॉग परेशान है एंड इट्स एज इफ लोग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं उसको परेशान करना. सो दैट इज इट्स अ पीक इनटू द ह्यूमन साइकी.
और ये आजकल भी हो रहा है honestly, like just I mean people still enjoy pestering. like अगर just वो partition वाला element निकाल भी दिया जाए, no man's वाला element, no man's land, तो still जिस तरीके से लोग people were pestering झुनझुन, people are still pestering. I don't know about India, but like यहाँ पे तो इंसानों की कदर नहीं है, let alone animals. तो like वो पढ़ते हुए भी it's so painful.
That is the reason why poetry, art, artists, short story writers, painters, musician, dancing, ये सारे जो और कला है, I'm sure I've missed out on many other art forms. ये सारे आर्ट इसीलिए बहुत जरूरी है. ये हमें एहसास दिलाते हैं, हमें याद दिलाते हैं कि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वी आर ह्यूमंस. हमारा एक जो स्टेट है, नेचुरल स्टेट है, वो बहुत ऊंचा है. हम अपने आप को ऊंचा ले जाए.
Absolutely.
That is the artist are very required हर सोसाइटी में, हर जगह, हर देश में.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. एंड यही बात है कि लाइक इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू शन राइटर्स. आई मीन इट्स वेरी विजिबल आजकल की कम्युनिटी में कि लाइक राइटिंग इज काइंड ऑफ डाइंग. इट्स लाइक नॉट डाइंग बट लाइक काइंड ऑफ एआई के आने के बाद
ऐसा टॉपिक आपने उठा लिया जो which is very close to the heart, क्योंकि ये हम रोज आमरा में फेस करते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली. और एआई के आने के बाद मैं कहती हूँ कि एआई का तो सत्यानाश, ऐसी की तैसी एआई की. बिकॉज लाइक उसका एंड ऑल्सो साफ पता चलता है, एआई रिटन टेक्स्ट का पता चल जाता है, बट पीपल स्टिल गो फॉर इट ना कि. और हम लाइक राइटर्स बैठ के देख रहे हैं ऐसी की तैसी, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. तो
आई फील एआई जरूर शॉर्ट स्टोरीज भी लिखता है, एआई पोएम्स भी लिखता है, लेकिन वो जो एक कैसे बताएं, वो जो एक अलग ह्यूमन टच है वो एआई नहीं दे पाता है. चाहे आप देखिए, आप राइट मी 500 वर्ड पोएम और समथिंग लाइक दैट, वो लिख देगा, बेहतरीन लिखेगा, देयर इज नो डाउट. लेकिन वो जो अलग सा ह्यूमन टच है, अलग सा इंट्रोडक्शन, अलग सी एंडिंग, एक वो बात नहीं है. सो इसमें
और वो डिफेंड भी नहीं कर पाएगा. सो लाइक इफ देयर आर पीपल इन दिस सेशन जो कि कहना चाहते, तो मैं यही कहूंगी कि प्लीज गो टू राइटर्स, डोंट गो टू एआई. ओके, एआई की ऐसी की तैसी.
बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि एआई की वजह से लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट राइटिंग के फील्ड में वर्ल्ड वाइड many people are sadly losing their jobs. They are being sacked like this without a notice.
Yep.
That is the
That's
problem.
pretty sad. Okay, so Manto se baat we started, and like it's the tangents are very related. Okay,
आई
so
थिंक
the
मंतो
dog of
साहब नहीं
Tithwat.
होते तो मंतो साहब इज ही इज कॉन्स्टेंटली जो आम सोसाइटी जो सोसाइटी में हमारे आसपास की दुनिया में जो चल रहा है ही इज राइटिंग अबाउट दिस सो चैट जीपीटी आई एम श्योर वो चैट जीपीटी जरूर लिखते हैं
एब्सोल्युटली चैट जीपीटी पे तो वो बहुत बढ़ चढ़ के लिखते
बहुत
जब,
बार चल
बिकॉज ही
लिखते हैं
बहुत ही ज्यादा, एंड हिज मैनर ऑफ राइटिंग, लाइक इट वाज नॉट एनी शुगर कोटिंग, कुछ भी नहीं है, अच्छी
नो नो
खासी, कभी कभी गालियां भी लिख देते थे, कभी लाइक इट वाज वेरी अनअपोलोजेटिक ऑनेस्टली। और उर्दू में तो लाइक ऑल्सो लाइक इट्स वेरी, I wouldn't want to mention anything that I shouldn't be mentioning, but like the way he wrote about human anatomy and all things of that sort, तो उस टाइम के कोई राइटर्स नहीं कर रहे थे। मैं कहती हूँ आज भी ऐसे कोई राइटर्स नहीं होंगे जो उतने अच्छे और क्लियर तरीके से उन चीजों के बारे में लिखे, नॉट जस्ट लाइक एनाटॉमी, यू नो, ऑल अदर ह्यूमन proximities and everything. So what do you think about that? Obviously
आई थिंक कोई भी आप किसी भी ग्रेट आर्टिस्ट को देखिए किसी भी फील्ड में एक मूवी का डायलॉग, वैसे मेरा डायलॉग नहीं है कि मैं फुटबॉल काफी देखता हूँ खेलता हूँ, तो एक गोल बोल के मूवी है, एक बॉलीवुड में भी है बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द इंटरनेशनल वन, सैंटियागो मुनेज।
uh,
तो उसमें है कि
okay.
इट्स टाइटल गोल द इम्पॉसिबल ड्रीम, यूट्यूब पे भी है, लोग
अच्छा,
जो लाइव सेशन सुन रहे हैं वो देख सकते हैं।
I thought you were talking about that goal. Just there's John Abraham.
No, no,
There's that
वो
goal
वाला नहीं, वो
also.
वाला नहीं,
Okay,
that
it's
one is
an
amazing.
international. Okay,
That
okay,
one
okay,
is also amazing. बट ये 2005 में आई थी, जैसे गोल द इम्पॉसिबल ड्रीम या गोल द ड्रीम बिगिंस ऐसे करके।
okay,
सो
okay.
उसमें था कि ही इज एक एस्पायरिंग फुटबॉल प्लेयर है, ही इज आस्किंग हिज काइंड ऑफ मेंटर कि क्या फर्क है, जैसे कि आपने कहा सादत हसन मंतो में और दूसरे राइटर्स में, व्हाई इज मंतो साहब कट अबव द रेस्ट। सो ही सेज बिकॉज द ग्रेट्स उनमें एक नेचुरल फ्लेयर है, दे आर नॉट अफ्रेड टू टेक रिस्क, वो अपने कैलिबर को, अपने टैलेंट को, पोटेंशियल को वो फ्रीली एक्सप्रेस करते हैं, वो दे
Yup.
आर, वो एक फ्लेयर है उनको, वो दे आर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट इट, आप बोल्ड भी कह सकते हैं, बट इट्स लाइक दे आर सो श्योर ऑफ देयर एबिलिटी, दे आर टेकिंग रिस्क। दूसरा कोई वैसे लिखने से पहले दो बार तीन बार
Yes.
जरूर सोचेगा या
And
सोचेगी।
they're not afraid of being called vulgar because उनके नजदीक vulgar कुछ है ही नहीं, like it's nothing to them. So
एक्चुअली
that's
वो
very,
इसलिए वो दे आर सो श्योर इन देयर माइंड कि इट इज आर्ट, इट इज आर्ट।
yes, yes. And so kudos to them, honestly. It's just so, I wouldn't call it brave even, क्योंकि by calling it brave, ये ऐसा हो जाएगा कि like मैं ऐसा कह रही हूँ कि it's very unconventional, or it's not brave, it's just like nature. They are वही वाली चीज है ना, like they are in sync with nature, in the nature of art, the nature of humans and like everything of that sort.
एवरीथिंग ऑफ
So
दैट, वो उनके एक आई मीन इससे बड़ी उपलब्धि क्या हो, इससे बड़ा प्रेज स्टेटस क्या हो सकता है कि व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ पार्टीशन लिटरेचर इवन सो मेनी इयर्स बैक, जस्ट वन मैन, अगर आप कहें कि सादत हसन मंतो पढ़िए, एंड आई थिंक वो समराइज कर देता है एवरीथिंग।
Manto, yes, exactly. All right. Now that we've talked about like Manto,
जी,
Partition, and his stories,
बट
I
आई
would
रियली
mhm.
कि मंतो साहब ही वुड ही अगर वो इस दर्द से गुजरते नहीं, वो सादत हसन मंतो नहीं बनते, जैसे कि आप ही ने कहा था आई थिंक, बट आई स्टिल विश कि ही सच अ सेंसिटिव
हाँ,
सोल, काश वो
कि
बॉम्बे नहीं पढ़ते, काश वो अल्कोहल
बॉम्बे
नहीं
नहीं,
पीते, एंड
नहीं तो क्या होता। मैं भी ये सोच रही थी आफ्टर योर रिस्पॉन्स टू दैट स्टोरी। मैं भी
या
ये सोच रही थी कि ठीक है वो मंटो तो बन गए, ये सब करने के बाद वो मंटो बन गए, बट इमेजिन अगर वो ये सब ना होता, what would he have given to the world of literature? मुझे I cannot even imagine कि क्या क्या हीरे निकलते
निकलते हैं,
उनके कलम से। So
बट शायद यूनिवर्स का यही था कि उनके
हाँ,
कलम से हीरे निकलवाने के लिए ही हैड टू गो थ्रू दिस मे बी।
maybe yes, obviously. And उनकी जिंदगी का one particular facet that makes me feel very not just sad but
जी
angry as well, वो ये कि he like वो ये कोर्ट वाला obscenity cases and like पीठ पीछे, and it's a part of the current epoch as well, कि पीठ पीछे everybody is doing everything, like, लेकिन if सामने से somebody is picking up a topic and talking about it, तो everybody is like what an obscene person. और
You're
यहाँ
right.
like
Very right.
ये बहुत बुरी बात, like it's not even a बुरी बात, I suppose at this point it is very sacrilegious.
I think वैसे तो लोग कहते हैं कॉमन सेंस इज द मोस्ट अनकॉमन थिंग, बट आई थिंक उसको हम चेंज कर सकते हैं. ऑनेस्टी माइट बी द मोस्ट अनकॉमन थिंग. जैसे कि आपने कहा कि जो
Absolutely.
आगे चढ़ के उस बारे में लिख रहा है, काम कर रहा है, सोसाइटी को एक आईना दिखा रहा है, लोग उसे बुरा कह रहे हैं, वल्गर कह रहे हैं, बट यू नो.
और कुछ लोग तो ऐसे भी, I've seen people कि like you talk about something that's taboo with them, they're like unnecessary है, क्यों कर रहे, बस सब कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ चल रहा है तो it's unnecessary. How is it unnecessary? Why? Like every element has, society में जो भी चल रहा है, it has an impact on every individual. So मैं तो कहती हूँ कि राइटर्स का, लिटरेचर का तो काम ही यही है कि छोटी छोटी बातों के बारे में बात करो. And when Manto did that, so he had to go through so much. कभी mental asylum में करवा दो, कभी court cases and stuff like that. So it's just so
That is why
it's weird.
काश वो कभी बॉम्बे से जाते ही नहीं. वो बॉम्बे से इतना प्यार करते थे, वो खुश रहते उधर,
हाँ.
हैप्पी रहते और लिखते. But destiny had other plans. But I would have loved to see him happy. वही जैसे आपने कहा,
Which
इतना
he
दर्द,
was.
इतना दुख उन्होंने सहा, and
सिर्फ
such a nice person. सिर्फ
yes,
दुख.
exactly. And also one more thing, like मैंने एक चीज बहुत नोटिस करी है कि people love talk, I mean not love but like generally whatever is happening like Manto related, people talk about, normally I've seen Manto the writer, Manto the enigma. I would really want to talk about Manto the husband, Manto the father. Like when I see those pictures, मैं कहती हूँ there must have been something very different, very humane, like humaneness उनके कलम में भी थी, but like the persona, Manto the father, Manto, I was looking for essays के जिसमें ऐसा कुछ हो उनकी real life में, तो I found बहुत ही कम ऐसी चीजें मुझे मिली हैं. So have you read anything about topics like these, Manto the father, Manto the husband, because like his
इसके लिए
relationship with
और डीप
Safiya,
रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, और भी ज्यादा रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा. और ऑल्सो लाइक वो होता है ना, ये वी हैव द करंट, क्या कहते हैं, जनरेशन ऑफ राइटर्स वुड हैव टू डू अ वेरी थॉरो रिसर्च, वीड हैव टू रीड बिटवीन द लाइंस कि हम इंटरप्रेट कर सकें कि what was Manto like as a father, as a husband, as a friend, because like इसमें चुगताई के साथ his friendship, तो इट्स सो वो एस्पेक्ट हम मतलब हमसे इग्नोर हो जाता है, बिकॉज हिज राइटिंग इज सो रिच. मैं कहती हूँ हमें इग्नोर नहीं करना चाहिए, वी शुड राइट. मैं कहती हूँ फिक्शन भी उसके बारे में लिखें, तो सच ए ब्यूटीफुल पर्सन, ब्यूटीफुल आइडियाज, ब्यूटीफुल स्टोरीज.
आई थिंक इसके लिए अभी अनफॉर्चुनेटली जैसा मैं देखता हूँ, जैसा वी वर डिस्कसिंग ऑन दीज लाइंस, कितने ऐसे सादत हसन मंतो साहब है, ज्यादा लोग अभी भी जो लिटरेचर पढ़े हैं, हमने भी लिटरेचर पढ़ा है, तो ये हमारी खुशनसीबी है कि हम उनके काम से हम मिल पाए हैं, रूबरू हो पाए हैं. बट बाकी लोग जो इस फील्ड में नहीं है, वो अभी भी वो जानते नहीं है, उनके लिए सादत हसन मंतो बस एक नाम है. आई थिंक इसके लिए जो रीडिंग हैबिट, जैसे आपने कहा कि डिक्लाइन तो आ ही रहा है रीडिंग हैबिट्स में, बट मे बी एक राइटर, एक आर्टिस्ट का जो एक सोसाइटी में रेस्पेक्ट है, अभी वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्या है, उसके साथ टाइड है, फाइनेंशियल टर्म्स के साथ टाइड है. अच्छा, इफ इट्स ब्रिंगिंग मनी देन इट्स अ सक्सेस, इफ इट इज नॉट ब्रिंगिंग मनी तो लोग उसको ऐसा हॉबी, ऐसा पास टाइम, ऐसे लफ्ज के साथ ट्राई कर देते हैं.
राइट राइट. Which is अगर sorry for the intervention. Yes, you make your
please.
this I was making a very mainstream सा point कि like capitalism का यही सबसे बड़ा, that is the bane of capitalism, कि like if it's making money, तो even if you're not enjoying it, it's ठीक है. And
सिस्टम तो कोई भी परफेक्ट नहीं है, हम चाहे कैपिटलिज्म कहे, कोई और सिस्टम कहे, एंड कोई भी सिस्टम परफेक्ट नहीं है, ये तो हम लोग देख ही चुके हैं, हिस्ट्री बुक्स में तो लिखा ही है.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
है, तभी हर सिस्टम के प्रति लोगों के वो भी है, वॉइसेस हैं, कंप्लेन्स हैं. बट आई थिंक इससे वी हैव टू टेक काइंड ऑफ दिस इंडिविजुअल, क्या बोलते हैं, अवेयरनेस. जैसे होता है ना कि अच्छा, मैं कहीं भी गार्बेज नहीं फेंकूंगा जब घूमने जाऊंगा, आई कैरी अ बैग विद इन, ये एक इंडिविजुअल वो है, कॉन्शियस है. वैसे ही हर इंसान को आई थिंक I have to read. I have to, एक art की कदर करूं, and it'll change your life. It'll add so many, it'll widen the mind of your horizon. So to everybody who's, watching this live session, and मैं पढ़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ comments अभी side by side, but पढ़िए 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 खूब पढ़िए. My father would always tell me in Bangla, पढ़ते हैं ना तो पीछे पढ़ते हैं. That means या तो पढ़ना है, नहीं तो पीछे गिर पड़ना है. So पढ़िए.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ahmadam underscore Junaid is saying collectively Manto the Humanist. So yes,
Yeah.
we would love to read more about Manto the Humanist. All right, then I have a temporal crunch. Arijit, it was really nice talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Same here. It's a big honor. Thank you. I think कोई
All right.
छोटा सा technical glitch हुआ.
Yes, there was a technical glitch. Thank you so much, Arijit, and I hope we have this discussion some
Yeah.
other day as well, because like it's very difficult to encompass Manto in just one sitting. So thank you so much, and
But I think with this last में जो comment आया by the gentleman, Manto the humanist. I think this word is what summarizes his literary over. He is a humanist. He stood for humanity. He will stand for humanity, and as so should we all. Thank you so much. It was really nice. I
absolutely.
think
And
it was
I'm
so
really
full.
sorry for such an abrupt ending. We'll
No, no,
talk about
perfectly
this.
fine.
I'm really sorry, and thank you so much. All right, then, everybody,
Thank you
have a
so much.
great
Thank
Sunday.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you to
Arijit.
you and
Take care,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.